Xantis gets message from Kenneth. Zhao gets message from Ignacia, and they are both pretty similar, saying that your strange friend appeared and Antalius wants to shoot him. He did something. And Sigmund gets around the same time message from Antalius saying that he requires your assistance in a very serious matter.
You will go.
Well, time to see what's going on.
Yes, you'll be approaching. You will see this is happening in one of the not common rooms, but also not a mess hall. So there's command squad there and Benjamin, who doesn't look that different from the last time. Even though still the bandaged, less human looking hand or other arm, partially covered with his hair, demonic eye, one of them at least. And as we are approaching, you're hearing a very heated discussion when Benjamin doesn't really shout, but Antalius seems very, very agitated and waving weapon in front of him, but also not shooting him because knowing that it wouldn't do shit. Exalta is also shaking with anger and saying something that you have no right of doing this. This is a heresy. Revert this. Stuff like that. And when you'll be approaching, you see that between them and Benjamin, when he holds a hand up, he doesn't hold anything in hand, but in front between them, you see 6 average size, maybe slightly small, crystal stones, something like that, which are in a very bright, almost rainbow colors. Not fully, but they are looking very nice, very exquisite. And yeah, that's the situation. And when he sees you approaching, he gives you, with his free hand, he gives you a merry wave.
So, who wants to be the first to tell me what this situation is about?
Coming to last.
Benjamin, it's been some time.
Oh, indeed, it's been. I was very busy. I have so much fun stuff to talk to you. But I'm sad your men don't appreciate my present. And out of character question to Sigmund. Did you taught Antalius anything about heretical stuff of Dark Mechanicus? For example, Proteus Protocol? Not specifics, but would he recognize the name and what does it do?
What protocol?
Why is it heretical? The Proteus Protocol. Sigmund?
If you're speaking, we don't hear it.
Fuck, I was muted. I'm sorry. I've been talking for a while. What protocol?
The Proteus.
The what?
I don't even know what that is, so.
It's essentially biotransference.
Oh, okay. Out of character. I don't know what that is. Actually, you mentioned something. I don't know.
Downloading a person's personality.
I know what that is. I mean, the specific thing you mentioned, protein, whatever that is. I'd never heard of that before. If Sigmund knew about it, he might not have mentioned that, but he would know that. What's it called? There is, yes, he know that there is a thing that's a heretical group of what's it called? Former Mechanicus, and yeah.
Actually, let's see. Maybe he doesn't have a skill for that, but if he rolls well enough, maybe he knows. Little nope. So Antalius very agitated. I mean, agitated in Mechanicus way. So angry, but you know, with their characteristics. I don't know the specific, but whatever he did, it definitely is stained with heresy and blasphemy and exile. I understand in Resistor that he might be your ally, but whatever he did something with our souls. Actually, let's see if any one of them will be able to figure it out with their intelligence and logic. Nope, 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 nope. Actually, yeah. Wait, I think I rolled too much. Oh no, wait, I rolled exactly 6. So one of the command squad, which I think will be not Kenneth, not Solon, not Antalius, but yeah, Ignacia, Cantor surprisingly, and Exalta too. Oh, Exalta also knows that, so she says, I'm no expert in those things. Somehow he did something and our souls are in those crystals.
Benjamin.
And Benjamin is like, oh, you don't have to thank me. I just thought that the Eldar can use those soul stones to survive more, and he shrugs. Thought it could work on you too. Yeah, it. Go ahead. This is the moment when you PCs can interject.
Yep.
boy.
Sigmund, what's it called? Are gonna point direct. I rolled a d20 out of habit. It works fine now. His dendrites are gonna point right at Benjamin. Undo whatever you did.
Huh? He cycles.
And Benjamin doing this without asking people is somewhat rude.
Hold on, wait.
Besides, there are religious considerations. Our souls, well, are considered to go back to the Emperor. If they are trapped in a stone, well, they're not going to go, are they?
Doesn't that mean you can continue your service for the Emperor?
It's still the matter that you've upset things slightly, so if you please.
Yeah, obviously he's not bothered in the slightest with those mechanics pointing at him.
A kind thought, but it's causing more problems than it's solving.
And he would probably snark at Sigmund that you are not the one giving the orders here, while looking at Xanthus.
What did he say?
He would probably snark back something like to you when you said that undo this, and he would be like, yeah, you are not the one calling the shots here, while looking at Xanthus.
I am calling. I have a fucking gun. I have guns on you. I am calling the shots. I'm not I'm technically speaking not a member of the Inquisition, and he'll say that I am technically not a member of the Inquisition. I'm a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and you have assaulted a fellow member of the Mechanicus. Undo what you have done. You have 10 seconds to comply.
And technically, guns don't bother me anymore.
D doesn't. Sigmund doesn't know that.
Oh well, you can count, and then he look at Chao and. Well, I hope you would appreciate the gift, but obviously I misunderstood. Shit's bad, man.
Indeed.
I can appreciate the gesture, Benjamin, but understand that for several of my command squad, faith comes before even their own lives or their souls. And this, he walks forward, and are these crystals floating or in his hand? I think you said they were floating between them or something like that. He walks over and I guess holds one of the crystals between his fingers. This, to them, could be perceived as heresy. Which I'm sure that wouldn't bother you. Frankly, it wouldn't bother me either. However, for them, this would be even worse than dying. If you would give them perhaps the option of taking this method, that might alleviate some of the conflict.
And regarding your whispers, I mean, I know I mentioned this is similar to soulstones, but who knows how they work? If you're willing to read. But yeah, he says, "Oh, fine. And Exalta is like almost regretted. Please, some of us take our responsibilities seriously. Dying for the Emperor and the is a noble goal of its own." And then like Benjamin is like, when he like makes stump of his finger and the crystals, I mean the Exalta crystal starts breaking, and then she like shudders and feels like different. And then he like responds, yes, it's been some time. I he chuckles, I forgot how the skewed mentality the current humanity has. Oh well.
Though I was being...
Obviously he like so the crystal for Antarius breaks, and he doesn't like, he looks at the broken crystal, just turns around to Sigmund. Will I be needed?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Now, as to the rest of you, there are other 4 in this case. What are your opinions?
Kind of like tilts his head to the left, to the right. Yeah, I pass. If I'm going to go out in the blaze of glory, I'll go out once. Going out twice or more will make it less impressive. So yeah, he raises his hand, and then like his crystal breaks. And
Kenneth, Solon,
yeah,
Ignacia.
let's see if they gave. Oh my god. Actually, let's. Yeah, Kenneth won't think about it, but Solon. Yeah, because they have high intelligence. Like Solon is like, and Ignacia, I'm not an expert on psychological issues, but aren't there any? And then she looks at Solon. Yeah, side effects. You know, in case this body is destroyed, Crystal survives, and what happens then? And then Benjamin's like, thanks for a moment. Actually, yeah, that is possible side effect. Like saying completely, like saying like talking about weather, like it's no concern. And then all of 3 of them were like looking at another. You know, we appreciate the gesture, but we'd rather not continue living and go completely. So we'll pass, and the crystals will feel like immediately break the. Oh well. Insanity. And he So, how's your day been going, son?
It's been going pretty well. I have my, how would you say, I've improved the equipment of my command squad. I've reported to Lord Inquisitor Caden on our victories in the periphery. All that's really left is to go find my favorite sororitas when this is all over. Sororita. How about yourself?
He smiles, and I imagine shortly afterwards, your talk will move to a different room, maybe yours, something like that. Unless you continue talking here, but Command Squad will start. Unless you ask them to stay.
Nope. They've been through enough today.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, it's been not really a day, more like months and years, but hey, I managed to find 2 Eldar artifacts for Faris, von Fanbas one, and for second, her other bodyguard. That was this Harlequin or something, but I didn't see him for quite some time. Oh, I've been working, on the 7th path. Trying to give birth to Eldar God of Death is surely a novel experience.
Blink, blink. Like, what? Eldar God of Death. I don't think I've heard this one before. Zhao?
Gabe, you here?
Unmute yourself.
Oh, I'm muted, yes. Let's see if he does know. I'm imagining so.
Yeah. The short answer
Well, at
given by
least
Ben.
he would have a idea about the Eldar's theories concerning Ined.
Yeah, the very short answer of Benjamin would be the Great Eldar Endgame commit ritual race suicide to bring their God of Death through Infinity Circuits to bitch slap Slanesh into oblivion.
Well, that's
It's
quite
a mad theory.
That's quite a
Some people believe it though.
final solution, don't you think? Somehow I feel as though that's like destroying the ship in order to kill the captain. Aren't they going to be too dead to revel in their victory?
Yeah. He shrugs. Who knows? Maybe the victory itself. I mean, they have this thing with raves, etc., but it's not important. We've been working on alternatives. Besides, of course, the Grateful himself is preparing some sort of great final act, galaxy spanning play. It
Seems as though everyone is rushing to some great end these days.
Huh, this is the age of ending, the end times after all, where the fate of many races will be decided, more or less.
Well, even in the end times, people must eat.
Oh, if you are offering Zhao, then
Well, if he still does. In either case.
Oh.
oh, and other stuff. I might figure it out. maybe not exactly, but found out who might have been involved in my creation. Well, not per se creation, but you know, the Alava family.
Oh.
And he looks between two of you. Or like maybe even spare a glance to Sigmund, if he's still.
He's
even
probably
there.
not even there anymore. No.
Yeah. And says, "Huh? Have you two ever heard anything about the Cabal?"
The Cabal?
Yes.
The Tyrantine Cabal, yes.
Oh, yes. A lot. I wonder, what kind of role would that be, just to make sure?
That would be Forbidden or Inquisition.
Well, let's get some rollies. Oh, yes. I know everything about the Tyrantine Cabal.
Yeah.
Which is kind of awkward because out of character I know 2 things about the Cabal. Oh dear.
I mean,
yes.
I remember also only 2 things. 1, that they have John Grammaticus as their member. 2, that they are working against Chaos.
The Tyrantine Cabal also, well, the main focus is the Tyrant Star. And exactly what the fuck it is.
I mean, Tyrantine Cabal. I'm talking about the Cabal.
Yes.
The Cabal from the Horus Heresy has not been confirmed to be the same Cabal as the Tyrantine Cabal. There's no official connections to them yet.
But from a wiki article it says that John Grammaticus is one of their members, which he is the, I don't remember the exact name, but he's basically immortal.
He's in what's it called? Perpetual.
Yeah, this thing.
Who are we talking about?
The Cabal is
actually, he left the Cabal in one of the Cabal from the Horus Heresy, the one that is who convinced the Alpha Legion to turn traitor. They are, at least for now, they are separate from the Horus Heresy, and whether or not they survive the Horus Heresy is unknown because John Grammaticus is not a member of the Cabal anymore. He left the Cabal in one of the Horus Heresy books because he was tired of trying to exterminate the human race, which is what the Cabal wants to do. It's their ultimate goal.
Not talking about the Tyrantine Cabal. We're talking about the
Okay, so
yeah,
I'm thinking about
they would not
one.
work with. Yeah, they are different things. The Cabal's objective is to exterminate the human race because they think it will destroy chaos.
Which, to be fair, has a chance of succeeding because then the chaos
Well,
won't have anything to feed
it
off.
had a chance to succeed 10,000 years ago. Less of a chance now. But yeah.
Yeah. And
So are we talking about the Cabal or the Tyrantine Cabal?
The Cabal.
Okay. In that case, I'll just say shrug. Because I don't know anything about that out of character.
Yeah.
Oh, that would... Actually, that would be Forbidden or Heresy.
I mean, you don't have to make new rules.
Screw it.
Yeah, basically, Benjamin, yeah, it turns out John Grammaticus wasn't their only attempt at making some sort of perpetual thingy.
Well, I'm glad you made a friend.
Too bad.
Some sort of... okay.
I mean, I didn't really meet him, but I found out about something about them. Tried to find proper plans with the abandoned laboratories, but no luck. Going through the warp outside of the range of Astronomican is interesting. I don't want to be lost. Yeah, basically he's suggesting that some plans that were used in this project are most probably now outside of Astronomican range. So yeah, that's that. But I think I'm not gonna bother with it anymore. I have much more interesting stuffs to deal with. People to troll, or in many cases not people. He chuckles.
While you're here, I have a bit of a question to ask you. Few questions, actually.
Sure, go ahead.
First off, I don't suppose that you know anything about Inquisitor Sito.
Wait a moment. This renegade that turned against the Inquisition, yada yada yada. I can't say I was keeping close track of his activities. Was busy with other stuff.
That's fair. Wondering if you know where he can be found.
He thinks for a moment, like closes his eyes, or rather his eyeballs go like no white, but fuck, how do you call that in English? When they don't go, they only go white because he like the eyes roll over. Fuck, I can't find proper.
His eyes roll into the back of his head?
Yeah, something like that. And then like it lasts for a couple of seconds, then they go back normally. And it's like, yeah, but the Castellar will has some information regarding that. Something about Forge World Underground turned into a base den of debauchery. Something like that.
Delightful. New question. The Maidens. I trust you know something about them.
Oh, right. And he looks, notes that Sigmund is not there. It's not my problem how are you gonna to break this to your mechanical friend, but yeah, I know where the one of the maidens is. I can confirm that she is in good health and she's real. But well, there's a tiny little small but coming in, and small problem that we'll have to overcome. Sadly, not through use of overwhelming firepower.
Oh, this sounds promising. What's the problem?
Oh, it's nothing. She's just in the hands of Silicanimus. Oh, sorry, he calls himself George these days. No, Graham. He calls himself Graham these days.
So when I kept dreaming of that Silica Animus next to the maiden, it was very literal. She is literally being held captive by one of them. Let me guess, he's going to want something in exchange for her freedom.
Of course. What is it exactly? I don't know. I guess, I don't know, he will have to strike some sort of deal. Not sure how intelligent he is. He probably will know that you can't grant him anything, but he'll want to get something off. And as for, sufficient firepower, yeah, it will be even, how to say, let's just say he's utilizing the tech of the old ones.
Which old ones?
More to be specific, he has his own personal pocket dimension.
How old are we talking? Eldar? Necron?
War in Heaven old. Oh right, I didn't inform you much about it.
He would just blink. The war in Heaven.
Heavens. Conflict that happened 60 million years ago. And the old ones I mentioned, they're like older even before that.
Xanthus just looks at Zhao. Give me something.
Supposedly, at some point in the far, 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 far past, the actually, the old ones. The Xenos race known as the Old Ones supposedly had a million-year or so running war with the Necrons. In this endeavor, they created several genetically engineered species, the Eldar, the Orcs, supposedly amongst them. And then they somewhat lost and died as a result of chaos, and the Necrontyr went into their little hibernation. In either case, they are the constructors of the webway, supposedly.
Learn something new every day.
When dealing with things of such incredible antiquity, well, there are no hard facts, but it's mostly wrapped in Eldar myth.
Weren't they the ones that separated Materium from Immaterium, or is it a legend that one of the Eldar gods did it?
Well, the Eldar gods didn't exist before the old ones. The Eldar gods are a product of the Eldar's psychic presence as a species, which didn't exist until they were uplifted by the old ones. The warp existed always. It exists as a parallel dimension to real space. The thing is, the warp was very placid.
I know about placid and passive, but I remember something that separation. Never mind.
The Lord hadn't made the warp all fucked up. That is basically why the warp is all fucked up.
I know that too.
Necrons have spent several million years trying to strengthen the barrier between them. But
the warp always existed. The warp is a product. The warp has existed for as long as our universe has existed. It is parallel. They exist together. They are irrevocably separated. They just built the webway inside of the warp, and they were able to do it because the warp was placid at the time.
Now it's hard, because if you try, the demons start attacking you.
And
as the Emperor found out.
Yeah, Benjamin gives a rueful smile. Yeah, long story short, you can say that basically this one event, War of Heaven, made sure that every other race in the universe will be screwed. Well, that and Eldar through their own part when they, through years of murder fucking, they gave birth to Slanesh. But well,
the Eldar gave birth to Slanesh.
They paid for that. Oh, I wouldn't mind giving you more stories like that on a nice wine if you have some, Joe.
Looking at Zhao. Oh yes, I need to hear this. Tell me you have some wine.
I'm me.
You're right, stupid question. Tell me you have fine. Stupider question. How much wine do you have?
My family deals in traditions.
You're right, that was also a stupid question. Shall we have wine?
Trust me. Yeah, that was question number one. Sure. Obviously it would be for taste, but yeah, I could use a good taste.
Actually, while we're on the topic, if the Eldar are to thank for Slanesh, where did the first three come from? Actually, I'm wondering if Santos doesn't already know that.
I mean, Khorne and
Demons are his specialty.
Khorne and Nurgle, well, I was there.
Hold the phone.
They're just products of life in general.
Then again, never mind. This is literally Xanthus' specialty. You shouldn't actually ask that question.
You know, Khorne was always there, but before he was more akin to, honor and
Nurgle is nature itself. Khorne is the embodiment of honor, valor, and, blood.
But, well, their worst parts got perverted and corrupted by the warp, so to speak.
Zinch is change. So...
And this is also Zinch, isn't also Zinch, doesn't he have purview for hope or dreams?
Yes. Zinch is the one who is technically, his good aspect is hope, And, well, change is both good and bad. Without things changing, there can be no hope.
Yeah.
Because everything is stagnant.
It's fun to hear that Sinch has no fucking end goal whatsoever. He's like the ultimate Joker.
Zinch, god of trolls.
Yeah. And yeah. But of course you know that Xantis. So yeah, I mean, you know, you probably already knew that the Imperium of Men wasn't the only one and the first Imperium in spanning the galaxy. There was this old human confederacy back with the old Terra, something like that. But yeah, Eldars had their own empire. But well, sadly without old ones. They did their, well, I can't say they did their best, but they were ruling, and they just, long story short, tried to feel more and more stronger emotions, which ultimately, when you spend hundreds of years murder fucking, and this implies exactly what I'm saying, sooner or later you are bound to give birth to Slaanesh, and I give you 3 hints where the heart of their empire was.
Where the heart of their empire was.
It's not that hard, really.
The Eye of Terror.
You know, that was going to be my first guess, actually. Right in the place where chaos opens into the material world. Or the warp opens to the material world, I mean.
Oh yeah, the Slaanesh birth cry was so fucking loud she teared a rift into the materium. And well, collapsed the intergalactic galactic spanning empire. Pretty good entrance, all in all.
So, the reason for the Eldar's soul stones being that if those are shattered, their souls go to Slaanesh.
Yep.
That's all due to the murder fucking that happened a long ass time ago. Are you telling me Slaanesh is the end result of a massive murder-fueled orgy?
That's an ample description. Yes. I mean, considering how she looks like and what her purview is, it makes a lot of sense.
You know what? I think I might need something a little stronger. This makes so much sense that you couldn't possibly just be pulling my leg. Drink.
But yeah, you can say that this galaxy or this universe, as far as I can tell, considering who I am, how my powers work, I didn't really were able or tried to go to different galaxies, and I'm sure there are some other out there. So maybe that's a hint that maybe the warp is not present in other places, but that's a potential good thing. But well, bitter thing is that yeah, you can say that for this galaxy everything became screwed after War of Heavens happened, because then the warp, the peaceful realm of souls, turned into what you all know today.
I'm still a little bit stuck on Slaanesh. The other 3 Chaos Gods have such wondrous beginnings, shall we say. Slaanesh's by comparison seems so bizarre. Drink. But oh well.
Bizarre, that word works for Heresy. Or him, or it.
Which reminds me. Those crystals you put my men's souls in, how did you do that?
He smiles. well, I found out how their soul stones work, made my own version, and did a little bit of reality warping.
Interesting.
After all, if I can, and when he says that, like, he rapidly appearing in different places in the room. After all, if I can do that, then finishes on the couch or sit again. Then moving someone's souls is kind of similar, slightly different, but similar.
I don't suppose you could stick one of. Wow, he has more than one. I don't suppose you can stick my soul into one of those.
I wasn't sure you would have wanted.
It's an idea.
Yeah, why not? I will have to work on a crystal. It needs a rather sturdy material. But hey, it can be done. Although, yeah, you would probably deal with insanity. I don't know how this would work, but now that I said it, it's logical to say that, yeah, probably your body being destroyed and waiting for a new one or something like that would be quite unsettling.
I can deal with insanity.
Huh.
It's just that, make no mistake, this isn't so much a selfish desire as much as it is a selfless one. I would like to serve the Emperor for some time. How do I put this? I would like to serve the Emperor for some time, and I would like to undo a mistake that I made. Maribus.
Oh,
He's
right.
He's going to outlive me by some time. As you can probably imagine, I'd like to even that scale.
Alright, yeah, Marabas, Maral. Yeah, I've been hearing some things there and there, but yeah, apparently, well, sufficient to say as those years passed, I realized that quite a lot of beings I can't really track that easily.
I can imagine.
Mostly, a lot of them connected to Tsinch, makes sense, but some of them, well, it's not exactly clear, but oh well. It happens, I'm not gonna despair over it. Yeah, and as for Malal, well, he's definitely planning something. Amassing his forces, etc. But I cannot fucking tell if he's planning on going after other Chaos Gods or after you guys. I mean, not you per se, but the Imperium.
If he goes after the other Chaos Gods, I don't care what he does. But the moment that he turns his attention back to humanity, no matter how long into the future it is, I want to be there to stop him. Considering I know perhaps the most about him in comparison to anyone else.
Perhaps it can be done, but now that I think about it, yeah, I didn't really include option in that crystal for body rebuilding, so, well, worst case scenario, you'll probably have to wait a long time for somebody to find your crystal and to know what to do with it. But hey, I'm also not planning on going anywhere soon, so he shrugs.
I'll come to think of it, it wouldn't be that difficult to arrange contingencies. I'm sure that at least one of my allies would be willing to nab that crystal and help rebuild my body, just in case.
Yeah, probably. As you're talking, what's Zhao's reaction apart from raised eyebrow?
Shock.
Positive or negative way?
He probably wouldn't have any real reaction either way.
Okay, because
I
I
mean-
understood shock, so that's why I asked, but it's fine.
I'm not shocked so much as somewhat surprising.
Yeah, okay.
Ja personally, I mean, he likes the idea of living forever, but having his soul ripped out of his body and put into a crystal for safekeeping, not so much.
It can be done. But well, and then he like puts hand to his head, like massages his temple. No, it's maybe the side effects on meeting with the Fate Weaver. That's the name of that singed demon. Fate Weaver, Kairos. Sometimes I think it wasn't worth the trouble. The timeline jumps like crazy. Sometimes I'm not sure if the dragon is going to wake up in a week or in a year. But, well, let's just say that whatever you ought to do, well, you still have some time, but sooner or later you'll probably have to go after Maiden. I will be there for you to, well, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna be negotiating for you guys. Can you hear me?